Thanking God for another day, as always. Major shout out to my man Rodney Moore, Mr. Rodney Moore and the YouTube family. Thank God for everybody. How to become a better piano player. How to become a better piano player. Very good question because a lot of people that are at that frustration mode right now. The thing about the piano, it will make you very frustrated. And you say, give you some tips on how to become a better piano player and what I went through. And I got videos up on this already, but I wanted to give you a shout out, Rodney, and come back and, just hit on this again. And you say you read music. You remind me of some of my partners. I know a lot of people that read music, and I know a lot of people that play by ear. Then I know a lot of people that do both. And there's advantages and disadvantages in both. And you say you've been 15 years, I got a partner been reading for 15, 20 years, but without his paper, he can't do nothing. He feel lost, and he don't even want to play because music is all about creativity, and it comes from that heart. That's why I say, you gifted. When like me, I was gifted with music, man, and man can't really teach me my gift. They can play an impact on it. But God had already planted music inside of me when I was in the womb with my mama. Me and my mom was just talking about this, but not to jump off subject. The thing about this piano, it'll weigh you down, man. That's why people don't agree with me when I say this. I don't say practice make perfect. That's just me though. I say practice makes me better. Because every day I touch these keys, it's something new to me. And I mess up plenty of times, even at church. I mess up singing, I mess up playing, because I do a lot of singing and playing. I mess up and I laugh it off because I'm not perfect. My practice don't make me perfect, but it makes me better. And every musician know their weakness. Whether if they're trying to get this left hand to, do the same as the right hand is doing, that was my biggest problem, bro. Trying to get this hand to do what the right hand doing, my left hand. And I'm still not all the way there. Yeah, I can chord a lot with my left, but not like I can with my right because I'm right-handed. And that has been a task for me all my life trying to get this hand to do what this hand do. Now, here's the other conflict. You always wind up having to play a different way because a lot of times people don't have a bass player like me. I always have to change up my style. And what does running the bass line do? Especially if you ain't on the organ, it takes this hand away from chording. Now you got to run the bass line and chord. So what am I saying? You never run out of things to practice on. Like I was saying in Don't Transposing, you never learn out of. Now you say you pass the scales. Like my other boy Tim was saying, I done got past the scales. Okay, you know what your weaknesses are. If you pass the scales, it might be some keys you don't like playing in. Jumping those keys. And you ain't got to be hitting all fat chords. See, that's the problem. Everybody thinks it's about fat chords. Those come later on. If you can learn basic chords, that's how you learn your keys. So a lot of people think they got to hit fat chords in every keys. Quit getting caught up in fat chords because that comes later on. Or you'll find fat chords on mistake. See, my thing wasn't learning fat chords. When I was learning, my thing was getting all my 12 keys first and then worrying about inversions and progressions later on. I wanted to know every key. And another thing is, like I said, you know your weaknesses. You can practice on bass lines. You can start chording with your left, and then you can train your ear. You say you want to learn how to play by ear, because everybody don't play by ear and everybody don't read. Me, I play by ear. But what I did, I got guitar music. See, just because you can't read music don't mean that should stop you. They got picture card books out. I used to take those books, look at the notes above. It tell you the name of the chords anyway, where they say a B flat sus4 or B flat major 7 and have it rolled up. I took 1,000,000 books, man. I didn't go to school. I took 1,000,000 books. I can't tell you how long it took me, man. Because even up to this day, I still ain't learned it all, man. And I don't think I would ever learn it all on the piano. I can get to where I'm comfortable, but I don't stay caught in no comfort zone because me, I love a challenge. I love what messes with my mind. There's so much things you can do, man, to learn the piano and move forward. It is. It's a whole lot we can do. We just choose not to do because we got so much technology out, and technology done made us lazy. So instead of having to get the knowledge on another key, it's so easy to just push an arrow and just transpose. And I'm not knocking nobody that transpose once again. So there's so many things you can do, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you something that I make people laugh a lot about, because when I was training my ear, man, whether I'm laying in my bed or sitting on the couch, I keep a little keyboard. I always kept a little keyboard. And you might think this is funny, but when I was training my ear, I'll be looking at TV, flipping through TV, and any commercial come on, I would get my keyboard and play the music in that commercial. It'd be in a whole lot of different keys, but I would be right there with the commercial. Whether if it was a cartoon, I'd be on the cartoon music. And that was helping me learn a lot of different keys and chords. I was training my ear at the same time. Same way I was training myself how to sing. There's so much you can do. If a movie come on, if I hear something in the movie, I'm going to back the movie back up and see what key they're in. And just see what kind of chords they are. And here's the big thing, which most people don't agree with because they so holy and dire. That's why musicians love music. Listen at a whole lot of different type of music. I'm talking about R&B. I'm talking about old school. I'm talking about new school, whatever. Jazz. Listen to a whole lot of different music. Train your ear with it. And see if you can figure out those chords with it. The trick to me was buying those picture card books. That's why people trip out, because they think I read the notes, but I read drum music. But piano music I don't read. But I do know the name of pretty much a whole lot of chords. You see that in my teachings? That was from years and years of me getting them books, man. I mean, I'm just being honest. I know what a diminished chord is, whatever key is in. I know what a 9, 11 is. You know, I know what 11 is, a 9 is. I know what a 7 is. I know what a 13 is. I train myself by the name of the chords above the staff line. See, it's too many. I like to say it like my grandma used to say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's so many things musicians could do. But a lot of musicians are just plain lazy. I hate to say that. They're just plain lazy. That's why I did that video on transposing, man. But now this is what I wanted to say on transposing too. This is why I say a lot of people miss what I was saying. Now you got handicapped musicians out here. I got 2 homeboys right now. One plays in transpose because he don't have no fingers. Y'all gonna laugh at this. He don't have no fingers. But I got another partner that can't move his fingers, and he kind of lay his hands on the keyboard like this. And he don't even transpose. Uh-oh. Now listen to what I'm saying. This handicapped guy don't even transpose. One of them does, but this one of them don't have no fingers at all. But he can get on the lead guitar. He have nubs, and he play. Y'all might think I'm lying. This is real talk. Man, God is my witness. This is real talk. Harold. I got a partner named Harold. He can play the drums, the lead, the bass, and the keys. And he don't have no fingers. No fingers. That's why I tell folks, it ain't no excuse. You got all 10 of your fingers, and you got knowledge in your mind, but you just lazy. I got handicapped musicians around me that play, and they don't use no excuse or never complain. Now you can take that however you want to take it. So when you look at this whole thing of what can I do to get better, the thing is, a lot of times, what can I do to stop being lazy? Okay, if you know a regular C chord, figure out how to hit the next inversion, the third inversion. You know what I'm saying? The inversions is what a lot of people are doing. That's why I put all these videos on YouTube. Learn what a cluster is. See? A lot of times people think playing the piano is so hard, but a lot of times the things you're looking for are right in front of you. You just don't want to take time to learn it. Because real talk theory, the number system and the theory is a big help. When you learn that, man, it don't matter what key you go to after that. A 1-4-5 gonna be a 1-4-5 in whatever key is in. It's gonna be the same 1-4-5. When you learn how to count that number system, it's real easy. And I just try to encourage everybody, man. Piano just something you gotta work on daily, man. If you put it down, you're gonna fall behind. You can't put this down for 3 weeks straight and then think you're going to remember what you remembered 3 weeks ago. Nah, This thing here messes with your mind. I can't tell you the frustration I had behind the piano. But that's what I used to do. I used to mess with my ear. I'm going to tell you, I learned how to play really off of the old school music. 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's what taught me the piano. It wasn't church music. That's why I say I learned all of this. I learned a lot of stuff before church music. I learned a whole lot off of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Because the Elements, Maurice White, Philip Bailey, hey, the Elements, that's to this day my favorite. That's my favorite band, man. I used to listen at, I still listen at them in the Gap Band. It's just, that's what I would do. I would challenge myself. Go in the room, get in any key. Though you might not like the chords that you are playing at first. But that's where the vocabulary come in at. If you know a different C chord, try it. You know, everything don't fit, but you will find out what fit and what don't fit. You can learn you another set of chords. You got videos out, you got DVD. I know people don't like to buy DVD. People got mad at me when I purchased Jamal DVDs. But if it wasn't for the Lord and Jamal DVDs, all the ones I bought, hey, I wouldn't have been where I'm at right now. God put Jamal Hartwell in my life. Cassandra O'Neal, PJ Morgan, you got John Peters. All these folks are dynamic. Jermaine Griggs, Sam Tolbert, Ezra Buford. All these people are dynamic, man. There's so many people out here teaching. Look at my boy 3D Mac, another awesome. AG Praise. Check these folks out, man. Check them out. See, I ain't no hater of the music. I'm a congratulator. If I know a chord and you need it, let me give it to you. Let me give you all the chords I know. Because I'm not worried about you getting past me. That's what I want you to do. Get way past me. Be better than me. That's why we can't even train the beginner musicians. We got all this knowledge and this we want to hate. Man, I would love somebody to take my place one day. I want somebody to play with me while I'm playing now. I want to get off the organ because I do a lot of singing. I don't like playing and singing. I need to be able to concentrate on my voice while I'm toe up now, man. We had a dynamic, man, we had so much fun in church. But there's so much we can do, man. I hope this video can help, man. You can get off in the harmony. So much on here, man. I'm going to tell you, it's another website called Learn Gospel. Now we know Learn Gospel Music. It's a MIDI file, EarnestandRolling.com. EarnestandRolling.com. Download that MIDI player. It's free. And you can look at all these musicians around the world with these chords. And remind you, you got a pause button. You can push pause and see what people are hitting. So that's what you can do to make yourself better. And if I'm going to tell you, the secret is to pray to God and tell God to show you like I did. God is the best teacher in the world. See, a lot of people won't move forward because they try to mark what somebody else is doing. You got to be your own piano player. I don't play like the next man. The next man don't play like me. I love to hear my boy MIDI Man sit down and play and do what he do. Because MIDI Man brings back that realness of the gospel that we don't hear no more because we too busy trying to change the music so much now, man. That we done got away from the true sound. I mean, I'm not knocking nobody because I play old and new music. I play whatever. No, I don't play whatever. Let me say that right. Because some music I wouldn't dare take to my church. Because I can't even understand what's going on in the music nor the words. But MIDI Man brings that true old, I like to call that traditional gospel feel that we all need to hear. Just like Timothy Wright. I love Timothy Wright. Lord rest his soul. Timothy Wright brought that feel. Yeah. So there's so much we can do. The other trick is you got to be patient. You can't learn this overnight. Just like me with the Bible, I can't learn the Bible overnight. That's why I got to pick the word up every day. That's what I did with this every day. And still pick up the word and the keyboard every day. That's going to be half of my day gone right there with the word and this piano. I'm just being real. God will teach you. You humble yourself. Always remember to stay humble. And if you pass scales to anybody, if you will pass scales, you know what your next weakness are. Start carding with your left. That's what I tell people. Try to make your left hand do what your right hand do. Or if you're a right-handed, try to make your right hand do what your left hand do. The trick is also what I do. See, by having this new technology with the motif stuff, put you a little old simple track on and run you a bass line. It could be simple. Regular chords. Just train, just to get this hand to train, get it in training, get it in the process of chording. Get you a little drum beat going with a little rhythm. Chord with this hand and try to make this hand do what this hand do, whatever the tune is. And then when you start mastering that, keep that same thing going. Then chord with your left and improvise with your right. See if you can do melody lines while you're playing the chord. That's the whole trick of piano too, man. It's the coordination. Some people can't play because this hand want to do the same thing this hand doing. But can you be able to chord in this hand and do runs and melody lines in the right hand? Challenge yourself. Whole lot you can do. Buy those DVDs. Look online. I ain't talking about my page. Look at everybody else online, man. There's some people on here teaching. That's how you get better. That's what I love about YouTube. I can look around the world. I can look at the way Hot and Cliff play. I can look at the way Midi Man play, Orange Flavor play. We are all dynamic minister of music, man. And you are too, bro. Or if you ain't a minister of music, see, I tell people, you good. You are good at what you do. You just haven't seen it yet. I can see the good in every musician. That's why I don't down them. I help them. I'm not the best teacher in the world. No, never will be. I'm not the best piano player in the world. I never will be. But I do what God blessed me to do. And I remain humble. I love all musicians. This is just words of encouragement. And to some, it's going to be tough love. Because once again, God is so good. And God don't want you to stay behind on the piano. But the only way you're going to get it is by practicing. The problem is people like to practice the same stuff. If you know the key of E flat, quit practicing E flat. Go down to a key you don't want to play in, like A natural, or E natural, or B natural. See, it's too easy. To me, I'm not being funny by saying this. It's too easy to play in A flat to the ones that's been doing it for years. Because there are people learning the piano, so don't take this the wrong way. But it's too easy to play in D flat, which is C sharp, same thing. It's too easy to play in A flat. And it's too easy to play in E flat. I'm sorry. C also. C was the first key I learned, but it is beauty in all 12 keys. What's my favorite key? All of them. God bless you.